Good evening, class. Thank you so much for joining our class today when we are looking at dream interpretation, how to interpret dreams. But before that, I want to take this opportunity to thank the creator of the universe. May it be the will of our Father in heaven, our creator, our molder, the mold of all creation, the supreme artisan, to bestow upon us every type of wisdom, the wisdom of the heart and the wisdom of the mind, the wisdom of the soul and the wisdom of the hands, and to guide us in God's way and God's ways, so that we may perform our labors in rightness, in kindness, and in good faith, and to bless our handiwork and the products of our handiwork, such that through them we may sanctify Hashem's name among the human race. We are God's beloved creatures, and we need to magnify the divinity that lies at the essence of humanity in the world that was created by God. So, but I also just want to acknowledge women and men of distinction and veritable galaxy of leaders who are also in this lecture. But before I unravel the topic, I just want to apologize to you that I'm not an authentic spiritual practitioner or a dream interpreter. I've read about dreams and I'm sharing with you in this class from this book, The Mystical Meaning of Dreams by Sage Rav Avram Ariel Trugman. So the mystical meanings of dreams from this book. So it's not that I'm just creating, the interpretations. They are written. So I'll be following this book. I've read about it, so I just need to share with you what it says. So there was a sage called Rav Bahana who said that the meaning of dreams follows the interpretation. Meaning to say, if someone comes across a dream, if you ask anyone to interpret that dream for you, what that person would have interpreted will come to happen or will come to pass. So it's very important that when you have your dream, don't just tell it to anyone. So this Rav Bahana once said he had a dream and went around to ask for interpretation from 24 people. They all gave him different interpretations. All were fulfilled. One dream, 24 different interpretations, and all the dreams were fulfilled. So, for example, Rav Bahana gave an example where a certain woman went to Rav Eliezer and said to him, this woman said to the Rav, I saw in my dream how a beam of my house was split open. A beam of the house of the woman who was asking the rabbi was split open. Then the rabbi said, you conceive a son. The Rav said, you conceive a son. So that was the first time she visited the Rav. She went away and it happened again. And again, she dreamed the same dream again and came back to Rav Eliezer, who gave the same interpretation, and the interpretation also happened. So the third time she went to visit with the same dream again, and the Rav was not there. And then one of the disciples of the Rav said to the woman, no, when you saw in your dream the beam of the house splitting, it means your husband will die. Then you will bury your husband. So the students told the woman. And when Rabbi Eliezer just came, he found the woman crying. He said, what's happening? The woman said, my husband died because I asked the young guys, the scholars, when you were not here to interpret my dream of the beam, those dreams that I've been telling you. And the students said, yeah, your husband will die now. My husband is dead. So because Rabbi Eliezer said, it is written and it came to pass as he interpreted to us, so it was. So if someone interprets a dream, it will happen like that. So it's very important that you, when you come across a dream, know who to tell, know who to share that dream with. So for example, three kings are important for dreams. Three kings, madzimambo vatatu, are important in the dreams. So whoever sees David Amalek, King David in the dream, may hope for piety. If you see Solomon in the dream, they may hope for wisdom. But if you see Ahab, they should fear for punishment. Ahab in the dream, you need to fear for punishment. So if one sees an elephant in the dream, a miracle will happen. So there are so many, I've listed so many dreams here, but it's just an average. Not all the dreams are here. The book is full of the dreams, and time doesn't allow me to tell you all the dreams, but I just cherry picked a few. So it happens that someone can dream about their prophet or their church leader. It's also a very good dream. Those leaders are used by God to defend you from the marauding demons of the world. So if you come across your pastor in the dream or your prophet in the dream, it's also a good dream. That's why I'm speaking about three kings. If you see them in your dream and what it means. So the Gemara is another book, very important and mystical book that tells us about dreams and how dreams are interpreted. So the Gemara continues to deal with dream interpretations in detail. So if one sees a well in a dream, in a dream, it means peace. As it said, and Isaac is in the Bible. In the Bible it says, and Isaac servants wherein Isaac dug in the valley and found there a well of living water. Genesis 26 verse 19. And ultimately there was peace. So it shows that when you dream about a well, it shows peace. So some say it symbolizes the Bible, because water because water gives life, like the Bible gives life, the Torah of truth gives life. So it symbolizes the Torah of truth or the Bible. So as it is written with regard to the Bible, for whoever finds me finds life, because water is life. Proverbs 8 verse 35. So a well symbolizes peace, a well symbolizes life. So, but one who sees a snake in the dream, we have so many backgrounds. We come from different backgrounds. We've been told about dreams from different perspectives, from different cultural backgrounds. So, but this one now is it was done by a consortium of rabbis, of researchers. So this is what it means. So when someone sees a snake in the dream, it means his livelihood is accessible to him, just as the snake eats dust, because dust is readily available and accessible to the snake. So if one saw the snake bite him in his dream, it is saying that his livelihood will be doubled. If he kills a snake in the dream, or if he killed a snake in the dream, it is a sign that he will lose his livelihood. Because nyoka, God said to the Nachash, to the snake, you are going to eat dust. So dust is in abundance in this world. So if someone sees a snake, it means to say his livelihood is in abundance. But if you kill that snake in the dream, it's different now. It means you have lost your livelihood. So what about if someone sees a river, a bed and a pot, wizi, ne shiri, ne poto? A river is very important. Because on Isaiah 66 verse 12, it says, I will extend peace to her like a river. a bird, as it is written, as birds hovering, so will the Lord of hosts protect Jerusalem. See on Isaiah 31 verse 5. And a port, as it is written, Lord, you will establish peace for us. The word for peace in Hebrew is tishpot, but it's a port in English, porto, neshona, tishpot. Isaiah 26 verse 12. So peace is likened to a pot which is put on the fire. So a pot in a dream is a sign of peace with regard to a pot that does not have meat in it. As a pot that has meat, so a pot that has meat in it symbolizes calamity, because a pot without meat is good, but a pot with meat, it means they chop the meat in pieces, is that which is in the pot, and flesh within cauldron. So pot with meat is a bit different. I don't want to be negative, but it's not good, because the pot contains meat that was chopped into pieces. So the chopping is not, but an empty pot is a good pot. So if you see in the dream your nose mino fell off, in the dream, what does it mean? It's an allusion to the fact that anger that had been directed towards you or against you has been removed from you. If you see in Minayadona, anger that was there, some people have been directing their anger to you, so that anger has been dropped or removed. So, but if you see your hands, these hands cut off in the dream, it means that you will not require labor of your hands. So you don't need your labor doesn't need to use hands, but you will be using academic stamina, you'll be using internal networks than physique. If you see your hands cut off, internal networks or academic stamina. So again, if you see your legs being cut off at an accident, it shows that you can buy a car. There's no need for the legs, as you can now kufamba ni motor, or you can ride a horse. So there's no need for the legs. But if you see ravens, makunguo, if you see ravens circling your bed, it shows that it symbolizes that your wife has committed, or your wife will commit adultery with many men. That is if you see a raven, again, if you see dove circling around your bed, shiri, let me repeat, it's not me. It's not me. Some people are saying, it's not, this is the book. I told you, I don't guess these things. And people should guess, we read, and I'm telling you. So if you happen to see a dove, shinjiva, circling around your bed, it means you defiled many women. So you need to be very careful. So it means that is a dove circling around your bed. If it's not circling, it's a different story. So if one sees grapes in a dream, and they were white or light colored, regardless of whether it was in their season or not their season, it is a good sign. So one who sees black grapes in their season, it is a good sign again. So, but if you see a white horse in a dream, regardless of whether the horse was walking or running, it is a good sign. Kona dongirichimanya in a dream is a very good sign. Karachifamba is a good sign also. If you see a camel in the dream, it means that death has been decreed upon you from heaven, but fortunately you were spared. It's coming from the word gamal. Camel in Hebrew is gamal. When you say you were spared, gamal is in Hebrew is camel. So camel is English and the gamal is Hebrew, meaning you were spared. So if you see a gamal or a camel, ngamera in the dream, you were spared. Apashina rufu. But death was decreed upon you. So if you see that camel in the dream or camel in the dream, it means you were spared. If you one who sees wheat in the dream, if you come across wheat in the dream, it states that there's a verse, Psalms 147, states that Psalms 147 verse 14 says that he makes your borders peace, he gives you in plenty the fat of wheat. So if you see wheat, it means you are seeing peace. So you are peaceful. So again, if you see barley, it means your iniquities are taken away, or iniquities are being taken away. Your iniquities are being taken away. So that is if you see barley, it means why? Because barley in Hebrew is vesa avonech, meaning and your sins are expiated. So that's if you see barley. But if you see a vine laden with the grapes, a vine laden, field laden with the grapes, is an omen, is a sign that your wife will not miscarry. As it is stated, your wife shall be a fruitful vine in the innermost parts of your house, written on Psalms 120 verse 3. One who sees a planted vine branch in a dream should anticipate. If you see a planted vine branch, you should anticipate the Messiah. As it says in the Bible, binding his fall under the vine and his donkey is called into the vine branch. Genesis chapter 49 verse 11. So that's some of the examples. One who sees olives in a dream and they were small, it's a sign that his business will flourish. If you see olives in the dream and they were small, it's a sign that your business will flourish, your business will increase and be durable like olives. So that is if you see olives. And at the same time, if you see again another interpretation, if you see olive trees, it's a sign that you will have many children. Your children, there's a verse that says your children like olive plants round about your table, Psalms 128 verse 3. But from the same book, some say that one who sees an olive tree in a dream is a sign that a good reputation will spread. A good reputation will spread for him, as it is stated. The Lord called your name a leafy olive tree, fair with goodly fruit. Yirmiyahu 11 verse 16 or Jeremiah 11 verse 16. One who sees palm trees in a dream is a sign that he's seen. So one who sees palm trees in a dream is seen, a sign that his transgressions have been ceased. As it is stated, your iniquity is finished, O daughters of Zion. So Lamentations 4 verse 22. So if you come across palm trees in a dream, it means transgressions have been ceased. As the Gemara likens the Tamara, meaning the date tree, to Tamara, evil has ceased. Now, Rav Yosef says, one who sees a goat mbudzi in a dream, it is a sign that that year will be blessed. So one who sees goats, his years will be blessed. One goat means that year is blessed. So many goats, his years that will fall after that will be blessed. Well, it's supported by Proverbs chapter 27 verse 27 says, and there will be goats and milk enough for your food, for the food of your household, and sustenance for your maidens. So if you see one goat, that is good. If you see so many goats, it means his years will be blessed. One who sees a goose or a gander in a dream should anticipate wisdom. One who sees a goose in a dream should anticipate wisdom, as it is stated, wisdoms cry out in the streets. She utters a voice in the broad places. Proverbs 1 verse 20. So geese tend to sound their voices. So one who dreams that he has relations with the goose will become head of a university, head of a school, head of a department, so many things. So, but if you have relations with that goose in the dream, you can ascend to greatness. So these things are different. The way we interpret dreams in our culture is different from these books, because most of the dreams in our culture, they are very negative. If someone sees a snake, someone sees a white man in the dream, muroi, that's what we were taught or told, but it's not like that here. So one who sees a rooster in a dream should anticipate a male child. If you see a rooster, you should anticipate a male child. And one who sees multiple roosters should expect male children. But if you see a hen, you should anticipate a beautiful garden. So you have a reason to rejoice. But again, if you see eggs in a dream, it is a sign that your request is pending. An egg in Aramaic language or Hebrew is called bear, which is similar to the term request. So if one saw that the eggs broke or the eggs are broken, it is a sign that the request is already been granted. As such, that person must be happy, because that which was hidden inside the shell was revealed. You understand? So the same is true of nuts, nzungu. The same is true of cucumbers. The same is true of all glass vessels. When a glass vessel is broken, it shows that something that was inside, like an egg, has been revealed. So your request has been granted. So one who dreams about entering a city, it is a sign that his desires will be fulfilled, as it is stated in Psalms 107 verse 30, and he led them unto their destined haven. One who shaves his head in a dream is a good sign for him, as removal of undesired hairs is a sign of renewal and greatness. So if he shaved his head and his beard in the dream, it's a good sign for him and his entire family that they have been renewed and they are reaching another level of greatness. But if you see in the dream, if you see yourself sitting in a boat, in the dream, is a sign of good reputation. That is if the boat is in the water. It's a different dream when the boat is on the land. It's different. But if the small boat is floating on the water, it's a good reputation. So, but you can actually muchikaranga mulende. It's not written. So here's another very important interpretation. If one defecates or one empties the bowel, again, to empty the bowel, it is a good sign for him, because it says that that year is going to be fruitful. Because you cannot empty the bowel when you are hungry. So it means God has supplied you with enough food. It's sufficient food for you and your family. So a sign of you emptying the bowel or defecating, God is showing that you would have received abundance in that year. So there's no need to worry. Some also say abundance means some can have money, some can have wealth, some can have riches. So emptying the bowel is also good, or defecating, if you see yourself doing that. So one who climbs up to the roof in a dream is a sign that he will ascend to greatness. It's different from when someone is descending. But when you are ascending or climbing a roof, it's greatness. But when you are descending, it's not good. I will not tell you why, but it's not good. So one who rips his clothes in a dream is a sign that his sentence has been removed. By the courts. So if you see yourself ripping your clothes, it means your sentence has been removed. If you see one who dreams that he was apprehended and guarded by a soldier, it's a sign that protection was provided from heaven. So if you see yourself being apprehended or guarded by a soldier, it's a sign that protection was provided for you from heaven. If you see again that you are wearing a neck chain, it's a sign that they've increased your level of protection. So if you see a soldier, if you see a police officer, whatever you see in the dream, it shows that God has provided you with protection from heaven. One who sees that he has entered into a forest and sees only large trees around him is a sign that he will be made head of a department, head of an academy, head of a school, head of a university. So you can lead if you see yourself entering a forest with tall, large trees. So what about if someone is bloodletting in the dream? If you see yourself, if one who lets blood in the dream, it's called bloodletting. Bloodletting. It shows that your sins also have been forgiven, because red, the color of blood, is a metaphor for sin. So a verse on Isaiah 1 verse 18 says, though your sins be as scarlet, though they be red like crimson, or consequently blood, they can be cleaned. So when you say consequent bloodletting can symbolize transgressions, leaving a person. All right, but if you happen to see these prophets in the Bible, if you dream about one of the prophets in the Bible, especially Ezekiel, you should anticipate wisdom. If you dream of Isaiah, you should anticipate consolation. But if you dream about Jeremiah and Job, Jeremiah and Job, you should anticipate calamity, because Jeremiah and Job prophesied extensively of impending calamity. So Job and Jeremiah, if you see them in the dream, Mawan. So what about one who sees that he sees a corpse in his dream? Chituna. It is a sign of peace in the house. If the corpse ate and drank in the house, it's a good sign for the house. If the corpse removed vessels from the house, it's not a good sign, because the corpse must not remove vessels from the house. When the corpse is removing vessels from the house, it suggests that the corpse is taking someone from the house with him. So everything that a corpse takes in the dream is good. It's a good sign, except when a corpse takes a shoe and a sandal. It's not good. Because a shoe and a sandal, meaning to say you are embarking on a very long journey to heaven. So a corpse, if you see that, So I've just cherry-picked a few interpretations. There are so many interpretations from different cultural perspectives, but just assemble. There are so many dream interpretations. This just I've just cherry-picked so that people understand. And the most important factor here, the critical factor, is that when you have a dream, you must not just share it with anyone. Just find someone who can interpret, knowing very well that a dream has 24 different interpretations. So whatever a person said will happen to that dream, it will happen. So that's all I have for today on dream interpretation. Like I've said, if you have a dream, find someone to tell, because the meaning of a dream follows the interpretation. I did not talk about the Josephic dream, the dream by Joseph, the dream by Pharaoh, the dream by Moses, the dream by Solomon. There are so many dreams in the Bible. I did not talk about them, because those we know. Thank you so much. This was about dream interpretation and their meaning. So many, people come across so many dreams, but when they wake up, they just think in a negative direction. And yet dreams are 1/6 of prophecy. 1/6 of prophecy. That's a dream. So dreams are very important as they direct our lives. Dreams are very important as they are visions. Dreams have directions. So dreams must be respected. But don't just share your dream with anyone, because as that person interprets that dream, the dream will follow the interpretation. And yet all the dreams that we dream, usually they're not negative, because God is communicating. There are two channels of communication. Some dreams may come from the Satan to scare us, and some dreams, most of them, come from God as a way of communicating with you, to say, you go this way and do this. But those that come from the Satan, as you wake up in the morning, you feel very frightened. Satan very peaceful, and you'll be happy as you wake up. So before you wake up in the morning, after the dream, you'll be feeling that you are happy. That dream is coming from God. When you are feeling sad, like you are possessed by some spirit, or by negative or black energy, the dream is coming from the Satan. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming to our lecture today about dream interpretation. Until we meet next time, amen, amen, and amen.